A staple at any paint shop, pressure tanks from Finishing Technologies are engineered for durability, ease of use, and precise fluid delivery, and they come in a variety of sizes and materials to suit any coating. Let's take a closer look. Hey there, I'm Michael here at Finishing Technologies. Happy to have you back here in the paint booth. Let's talk about pressure tanks, what you need to know, what the options are, and how we can help you decide what's best for your shop. Pressure tanks come in a variety of sizes, made from materials compatible with all types of coatings. Occasionally, we've had customers who repurpose these tanks for use as vacuum chambers, but our main focus here will be as a painting tool. This video gives a general overview of the more common Binks and DeVilbiss pressure tanks we sell here at FinTech. While we won't cover all the brands we feature, you should know that we also offer pressure tanks from CA Technologies and a few other brands. Pressure tanks all pretty much work the same way and, indeed, accomplish the same task. Compressed air fills the tank to pressurize the pot so that fluid placed inside the tank moves continually through paint hoses out to your paint gun while you spray. Tanks are also sometimes used as feed systems for moving components through, say, a plural component setup. An air regulator controls the pressure of air inside the tank and thus the fluid pressure output. You can monitor the pressure using a pressure gauge mounted to the regulator. Let's begin by talking about the two core models. We feature three main versions with different features. Here they are in order of their price points. The DeVilbiss KB2 pressure pot has a carrying handle that also doubles as a hook. Use this hook to hang the pot from your belt while you work, or to hang it somewhere inside your booth when it's not in use. This model is short and wide, making it less likely to tip over when placed on flat surfaces. Its wide mouth makes pouring paint easier, and you can separately purchase bag liners for a simpler cleanup when you're done. The Binks Steady Grip pressure cup stands tall and thin and also features a similar sturdy wire handle like the DeVilbiss unit has. The form factor of this model makes it ideal for holding in one hand or for belt hanging during use, but it might not be quite as stable when placed on flat surfaces. Next up, the SG2 pressure pot is our premium model. In fact, we like this model so much that we have a separate video that goes over this pressure pot in detail, linked below in the description. But to give you a brief overview, it has a non-stick coated lid. It uses clamps to secure the lid rather than threaded screw type lids like the others. Form-fitted liners are available for easier cleaning. And this model even has agitator options. Now let's talk about larger capacity pressure tanks. All sizes are available in a variety of materials for compatibility with just about any coating. These models are constructed from zinc-plated, galvanized, or stainless steel. The zinc-plated models are available in 2.8 gallon capacity, while galvanized and stainless come in all sizes. The galvanized and stainless models feature a fill port on the lid so you don't have to undo the clamps every time you need to refill. Just depressurize the system and top off. All of these models can also be ordered with agitators for coatings with components that tend to separate quickly. The agitators typically feature a direct drive style air motor to drive the mixer, and for those viscous coatings or on large capacity tanks, a heavy duty back geared agitator is an option as well. The back geared agitators are also able to reach much slower speeds than direct drive models. This helps prevent creating a whirlpool in the paint, which can pull air into the coating. Further, they all feature heavy duty clamps for securing the lids, a pressure relief valve to guard against overpressurizing, and a valve for depressurizing the tank. They can also come with one or two air regulators with pressure gauges mounted on top. The first regulator typically controls the pressure inside the tank and thus is where you adjust the fluid pressure. The second regulator is typically used for convenient on-tank control of the atomizing air being output to an air spray gun. All Binks 2-gallon and up pressure tanks are ASME rated, an important safety certification for any pressure vessel intended to exceed 15 psi of total pressure, and, in this case, to assure safe use of the tank to 80 psi. In fact, the galvanized and stainless models are rated for pressures up to 110 psi. A link in the description explains more about the ASME certification if you're interested. The most common size is the 2.8 gallon pressure tank. These models are sized so that 1 gallon cans of paint can be placed directly inside the tank, so you don't have to pour the coating into the pot. This makes it easier to dispense and clean up later. The 2.8 gallon zinc-plated carbon steel models are also available in versions where the wetted parts, that is, the lid, feed tube, and fluid output elbow, are constructed of stainless steel, with the tank shell itself being carbon steel. This saves some money while also enabling the ability to use these with waterborne coatings when you also use a form-fitted liner. Moving into the larger pressure tanks, the 5-gallon and 10-gallon models are, in reality, a bit larger in actual capacity, which enables you to put a 5-gallon bucket inside, similar to the 2.8-gallon tanks, which can hold 1-gallon cans of paint. I'll note here too that pressure tanks with agitators are also designed to accommodate a bucket being placed inside, though uncommon sized buckets may require that you pour the paint into the pot. Further, galvanized and stainless tanks in the 2.8, 5, 10, and 15-gallon capacities come with a bottom feeding option when paired with a bottom feeding kit. This is used for those heavy body coatings that don't easily move through the tank's feed tube. The bottom feed option is used for very viscous pastes, muds, or textures being sprayed with specialty application equipment. Other sizes include 15, 30, and even 60-gallon capacities in both galvanized and stainless steel construction. Let's now talk about a few useful accessories. Add a second regulator for atomization air control with either a mini regulator, great for the 2-quart tank models, or the full-size regulators for tanks 2 gallons and up. You can also choose an extra sensitive regulator for very precise and more consistent fluid flow where necessary. Depending on the model you have, you may be able to add an agitator as well. You'll occasionally need to replace the tank lid gasket, as this wears over time, so we recommend that you have one around. Further, adding ball valves can help better control things like air input and fluid output conveniently right at the pressure tank. Don't forget hoses. Both air and fluid hoses in whatever lengths you like are available. Plus, disposable and static-resistant form-fitted liners are available for most models, making for much easier cleanup or color change. Quick tip: sometimes an air vacuum makes separating these liners from each other somewhat difficult. A quick way to easily separate them is to use an air gun to blast air between the liners in order to force them to slide apart. So there's our general overview of pressure tanks. As always, we here at FinTech love to answer questions and offer help in choosing what's best for your shop or coating. All our contact information is right here on your screen. Please reach out. We'd love to speak to you. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this overview has been helpful, and we'll see you next time.
I said 100% Arabica beans. What is this bullshit?
Garbage. I don't know what Arabica beans are.
Our talent is good. And action!
A staple at any paint shop, pressure tanks from finishing...